This computer. Okay. Okay. So, first off, welcome. Thank you all for being here. I know we're coming off a holiday, so it is timing's a little dicey, but we knew that last week we were packed full of great things that happened and busy with the launch of the month and Glam Jam and everyone trying to get immediate parties in. That this was kind of our first go around that we could get together. So I appreciate those of you who are here and those of you who watch this in recording. Please follow up with your uplines just about takeaways from today. Um, First off, anyone who sees this that is new, thank you for joining us. Welcome to the team. And obviously, we're going to see a lot of those people in replay. But this team is growing fast and furiously. We added 18 people to the team last month. We've already added, I think, 6 people to the team this month. So now is definitely a time to join, and it's a time to talk to those of just the people that you know about joining this business, especially around the busiest time of the year, which is obviously the holidays. With the launch of the new catalog and the holidays around the corner, there's no better time to join Touchstone Crystal than now. I have a list of stuff to get to, so if you guys have questions, just ask me in the comments. Raise your hand. There's a little group here right now, so I'm assuming that more people are going to hop on as we go. So first thing is first, I want to make sure that everybody changes their notifications in Sparkle and Sass. So we talk about this all the time. We talk about when we have groups, when we're involved in anything, that you check your notifications. I think one of the things that we're missing are the notifications within our own team group, because there's a lot of posts that are happening and not a lot of people are seeing it, and that is Facebook algorithms at its best. So if you do not have those notifications on all, then you are going to miss something. So please set your notifications to all. Let's talk about I'm going to announce the winner of the ice bracelet for Glam Jam 1. I'm going to announce that in the group because this isn't a huge group, so I'll post that tomorrow. What are the biggest takeaways from Glam Jam? Does anyone want to add to that? What did you walk away from after hearing Glam Jam and go, that's what I'm going to implement in my business? This is what I'm missing in my business. I can totally relate to that. What are those things? Does anyone want to share? This doesn't have to be long, just something that you heard that really resonated with you. I can tell you for me, it was stop talking about a party, talk about a get together, talk about a girls' night, talk about something fun, talk about something that's not threatening. And I think when you hear the word party, especially when you're looking for hosts, like, hey, do you want me to set up your sparkle party? It's like, ugh, no, I don't want you to do that, right? It seems intrusive. I think the energy was really contagious. Sarah, I agree with you. Anyone else want to provide anything, any takeaways? I'm glad you're really excited, Sarah. I feel like it's a new catalog. It's like the best time in our business, right? Um, Anyone else? So yeah, Sherry, go ahead. Unmute yourself.
Do something for the business every day.
I love that.
That hit me like a brick.
I love that. I feel like I feel like when you're partially committed to anything, okay, so this like it's silly, right? When you're partially committed to anything, you're not fully committed to anything. And I know that like it sounds stupid, right? I hate that word, but I just used it. But it's true. Like when you're not all in, you're half out, right? When you're all in, you're all in. But when you're half in, half out. So I feel like either commit to the business or don't. And if that is 10 minutes a day, great. If it's 5 hours a day, great. If it's, whatever works for you, but stay relevant. We talk about how this business can work for you. It can work for you in whatever capacity that is, but you have to figure out how to stay relevant. And I really think that was a huge thing to walk away from Glam Jam is how do you stay relevant? How do you set yourself apart from other people and what you're doing, and as well as this brand? One thing I want you guys to know is in the guides, there is a recap of Glam Jam 1 and 2. Every single segment that was on there has been recorded and it's in our guides in Sparkle and Sass. So if you have not visited the guides yet, all of our information is there. There's so much good stuff there. You can replay it. You can share it with your downlines. You can go back and say, "Oh my gosh, I remember, Lori Kelly was saying something and I missed it. I went to write it down, but it's not there," right? So every single segment that was in in Glam Jam 1 or 2 is there. So super helpful. Be sure to rewatch it. Guys, I can tell you 1,000% that even though I was present and watching it and we had our own presentation in Glam Jam 2, even though we did all that, I missed a lot. Because you're just, there's times that you tune out or whatever. Go back and watch it. Go walk down, in your neighborhood. Put it on in your earphones. Get in your car, listen to it. There are so many opportunities. Go on a road trip. Put it on. There are so many opportunities to listen to this good information. Figure out how you can work that into your day. Next up. I'm sorry, again, my notes. It's a Monday, although it's a Tuesday. This is the biggest month ever, not only because we have a new catalog, guys, it is Double Host Dollars month. And for those of you who do not know that, more than likely, I see Donnell and Annetta. I know you guys, this is probably new to you, but Double Host Dollars month is absolutely stinking enormous for this company. If you don't have a self-hosted party open it right now. It means that at just a $600 party, instead of $150 in free jewelry, you're getting $300. With a $1,000 party, you're getting $600. With a $2,000 party, you're getting $1,200 in free jewelry, or jewelry for $19, because there's always a $19 fee on a host cart. This is your time as a consultant to have that self-hosted party opened and really talking to your best customers and getting them booked, or get their orders, or however you need to work it. This is your time to get all that free jewelry for free for $19. I know a lot of us are like, I need that jewelry, right? This is why we're in this business. This is a simple, easy way to get all the jewelry you want. And you want that jewelry so you can show your customers. So open that self-hosted party right away and talk to all your big customers, your sisters, your friends, your ride or dies, your moms, whoever you need to talk to. Now is the time to get them booked. Get your jewelry, guys, and go live. Go live. There is no reason that you should not take an amazing ice bracelet or your new Lulu earrings and hold it up to the screen and talk all about this new Iris Lulu earring and why it's the greatest thing on earth, right? These are what these people are looking for. Our jewelry does not do anything in a catalog. Our jewelry speaks volumes when you're showing it in person. And this is the best way to do it, obviously virtually, but pick a time, go live, get your people super excited about it. But don't just rely on some posts from Social Hub to get you through that. So Jamie and I have been talking, and every month we get together and we talk about what we're going to do for the month, how we're going to plan, and what we're going to do. And tonight we really want to talk about getting back to the basics. And I think there's a lot of just there's so many ideas out there. And I think what Touchstone Crystal does a great job at is education. Like education galore. It's available to everyone in every capacity, whatever you would like. But I feel like a lot of times, instead of us choosing what education we want, we try to take all of it. And at that point, it's too much. It's too much for everyone. And so I really want everyone to focus on getting back to the basics, figuring out how to launch your business again. If you're stuck, relaunch. How are you getting bookings? Are you struggling with bookings? If you're struggling with bookings, have you talked to your upline? Have you come up with a plan for the month? If you're stuck, you have to reach out to someone. You can't get to the end of the month and go, oh, I missed this month, or oh, I tried, but it didn't work. There are so many resources available, especially within this team. We are here to help you. We are here to give you ideas, post in our Facebook group. Just ask. That's like my motto for life in Touchdown Crystal. Just ask. Ask your upline. Ask your consultant partner. Ask, your pacing partner. Ask. Just ask someone for help, and someone will help you. No question is silly. No roadblock is silly. We've all been in the same situation, but you've got to ask. Try to figure out where you're falling short. Is it how you're asking someone to host? Are you being a used car salesman? And I don't mean to say it like that, but sometimes we can come off sounding like, hey, but what's next? Or, buy one, get one free. It's like, we have something so much better than just a tacky tagline, right? We have this great brand here. So figure out what your ask is. And if your ask isn't working, let's adjust that. And again, work with your up leader or your upline and get a plan together so you can jump into the new catalog and get yourself set for the next 3-4 months and get yourself through Christmas with the best season ever, right? Let's talk about when you're in a party, are we focusing on booking parties? And Jamie and I had this conversation earlier today. I feel like a lot of times we get into parties and we're so excited about, oh my God, I'm at $1,000. Oh, it's $1,200. And, we're all excited because Susie's going to win all this free jewelry and blah, blah, blah. And by the time we go, oh, yeah, I need to ask all these people about hosting a party with me and all the benefits, the fun and the excitement and all of the stuff that comes with a party has totally worn off. And we've missed the mark at that point, right? We've missed the mark. Sherry just spent $200 with me, but I'm asking Sherry to host or talking about hosting with her 3 days too late because guess what? She's already spent her money. She's done. It's probably 2 days later, and she's like, "Oh my God, I just spent $250 with Touchstone Crystal. My husband's gonna kill me. I can't possibly host a party, right?" You've missed the mark. So start thinking about how and when in a party we are asking for the next booking, or how and when we are working with our hosts for her to recommend the next host. Hey, Sherry, thank you so much for hosting. I want to get you a couple 70% off items because I know on your wish list you didn't want to spend $200 of your free jewelry on one bracelet, right? But what if I can get that for you for 70% off? Oh my God, Jenna, that sounds great. And then you tell her how to do that. Can you recommend 2 to 3 people from your party that loved this, that are so excited that you could talk to and help me get a party so you can get those items for 70% off? That's a very easy way to work with a current host and show her, hey, this is the $300 Be Seen bracelet. I know you want this for $89, not $300, because no one spends $300 on a bracelet. I personally wouldn't let anyone spend that. Okay, I might, but this is where your customer service comes in handy. Look at who hosted last month. Hey, Jamie, I know you hosted last month and I know you really wanted this bracelet. It is so pretty. And that's going to go with your out and about bracelet, your new crystal ice bracelet, your society bracelet. You're going to want this bracelet to go with everything. Who can you give a referral to host for this month so I can get you that bracelet for 70% off? That is a very easy way when we talk about partnering with our hosts to partner and move into the next party, right? And remember, a successful party, guys, is not only a successful party from the numbers standpoint. For me, a successful party is $1,000. That's my threshold. For some, it's 600. 600 is when our benefits kick in. If it's 600, it should be 602 bookings. That's a successful party. Don't ever walk away from a party and call it successful without booking parties. Our goal is to go from one party to the next. You're meeting people and you move to the next, meeting people and move to the next. Because what happens? You go back to the well. You're still stuck in your circle, and your goal is to get out of there, right? Any questions on that before I move on? So, this is probably where you're going to want to pay attention, and I'm going to blow your mind. And Jamie's going to chime in when I ask her to, because we're doing something very different with our virtual business. First and foremost, we are going to talk about just I'm going to talk about the virtual business, a couple pieces to that, and then I'm going to talk to you about party shifting and where we're at. So I think it's very, very, very important that we have etiquette when it comes to your VIP group. If you don't have a VIP group, again, get with your upline, talk to them, have them help you set one up if you're interested. You don't have to. You guys could be all in person. If that's what you want to do, great. You could be all virtual. You could be a hybrid. You could be both. Totally up to you. But I feel like if COVID taught us anything, they taught everyone how to shop online, how to get everything they ever needed in life online, how they wanted it, when they wanted it, in their sweatpants, with no socks on and stinky slippers and all the things, right? So you are you are portraying yourself in a way that you're feeding information to certain people. And I think that we have to really pay attention to how we're providing that information. I feel like, again, like I said in the beginning of the meeting, there's all this information coming from all different ends of Touchstone Crystal. And I have PSV goals. I have commission goals. I have all these things, right? I want to finish at $50,000 by the end of the year. There's all these goals that we have. And a lot of times when you're lost, you take every single idea and throw them and see what sticks, right? When you do that in a VIP group, it's very confusing. And so I really am going to challenge you as owners of your VIP page to consider yourself a consumer in your VIP page. What would you want to get? If you were a consumer in your VIP page, what kind of information would you want to get? If you're shopping on someone's page or you see something interesting, let's say you're shopping for shoes, right? Someone has like a boutique and you see like she's got these great shoes. Why did you like those shoes? Right? Why did you like that makeup? Why did you like whatever? How did you receive that information? How are they giving that to you? I'm going to say this, and I say this a lot for those of you who don't know me. Stop spraying and praying. A lot of the times we just throw things on our VIP group and go like this. I put some effort into my VIP page, into my business, and I'm good for today. No, you're not. No, you're not. And I'm going to tell you why. Because 9 times out of 10, you saw someone post something, whether it was in the TC family group, whether it was one of your colleagues through Sparkle and Sass, whether it was someone through Touchstone Crystal, whether it was me or Jamie or your upline or whoever it was, you've seen something. And what did? You copied it. You took the graphic, you took the words, and you probably took your ordering link and switched those out. And you said, yes, I did it. I posted something amazing. Thank you. Guess what, guys? No one sees that. And I'm going to tell you why. There's a such thing as Facebook algorithms. And when you copy someone's verbiage and their picture, Facebook will say, that's not yours. That's not original and it doesn't count. So guess what? Maybe 5% of your group may see that if they're lucky, maybe. But you have to work super hard at creating your own content. And not only because of the algorithms, but because you have a group of women that want to receive information from you. They don't want to receive, if they're in Jenna's VIP group, they don't want to receive Sherry's verbiage with my link on it. They want to hear it from me. They want to hear me say it, even if it's typed out. We all talk differently, right? Become an authentic version of yourself within your business. If there is something that you like it. It's okay. Put a spin on it. Do your own thing, but you have to make it your own. I know a lot of times, like I'll do a raffle or something, and I see like 7 people copy and paste the same thing, and it's like, guys, I'm giving you great information here, and I want you to utilize this, and I want you to get sales from it. But if you're not making that your own, it is totally wasted energy. So when I was talking to Jamie today, we talked about when you're going to put your time and effort into this business, make sure it's time that counts. Figure out how you can invest time into this business that's going to make you money. And by just copy and pasting and throwing it out there is not the answer, okay? Um, Another thing that I've seen, guys, stop begging for business. I'm $200 away from making my monthly goal. I would love X, Y, and Z and blah, blah, blah. Guys, we do this way too much. We are not a charity. We are a high-end jewelry brand with Swarovski crystals and Swarovski zirconia. Guys, we have an amazing product. We should not be begging for business. Guys, we are $200 away from giving away $300 in jewelry. Totally different. But this isn't a charity. We don't need to ask people for business. We need to get on the phone. Hey, Sherry, listen, I've got this great deal for you. I know you love Touchstone Crystal, blah, 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 right? It's relationship building. That's what this business is born on. So stop spraying and praying and stop talking about helping or having your VIP group support your business in the way of giving commissions in your paycheck. Remember, we offer a service. We don't want our people to know that we're making cash. We want them to think we're their sparkle dealer and we're going to make them feel good about themselves. Not that, hey, I just purchased $200 with you and you just got $50 off me. That's not the business that we're in, okay? So if you're there, it's not a terrible thing. It's just a shift. Now is a shift. We're going into, again, the busiest selling season ever. We want to be those customer service people for our customers, right? We want to be there for them. We want them to refer us. We want them to say, hey, Sally next door, you've got to book a party with Jamie because I had the best party ever and she's amazing. And she remembered that I have that out and about bracelet and I can get this bracelet for 70% off if you book a party with her and I need this bracelet. This is what happens when we provide great customer service. Okay? Any questions so far? I know I'm talking fast, but I'm getting all animated. Sherry, go ahead.
Had to find my mouth. So how do you ask for a party?
It depends. So that's the thing. I feel like we could put 767 examples of how you ask someone for a party, right? But we're people. We're all different people. And I would talk to you, Sherry, differently than I would talk to Annie. And I would talk to Jamie differently than I would talk to you and Annie and Denya different. And Sarah, like I would just shift every conversation differently according to one, our relationship, two, how well you know the business, have you hosted, have you bought? It all comes down to just being a human being, right? And remembering Jamie got that out and about bracelet, right? We just added a bunch of ice bracelets. That's going to go amazing with that. Hey, Jamie, guess what? I just got these 3 bracelets and you've got to look at them, right? This is what people want. This is what they need. And again, go back to the beginning of this meeting when I spoke about being a consumer in your VIP group. How would you like to receive that information? If someone came to you, Sherry, and they were like, oh my God, I have the best necklace to match those earrings that you bought 3 months ago and it just came in. Can I send you the link to that? What would you do? You'd be like, oh my God, yes, thanks for thinking of me, right? These are the things that we get to provide here and we get to do it virtually if you choose that. So I think right now it's go back to everyone who's purchased. You have a brand new catalog. This is the best time for people to buy and host because we have a brand new catalog. We have 68 new items, right? So there's no magic sauce about verbiage or anything like that. And I actually I like to shy away from sharing a bunch of verbiage because it's kind of like what we spoke about in talking about the VIP groups where you want to be original. You want to have that relationship, not like, hey, Sherry, can it doesn't work like that. It's not original. It doesn't come off that way. So I would just say no fear. There's no fear. If you get a no, you get a no, move on. Every no leads to a yes. Right? I know that's probably not the answer you want, but this is definitely an opportunity to work with Brittany. And if you need me to get involved, I'm here the whole way. But there's no magic sauce to this. If there was, we all would be driving BMWs and, high-fiving each other on a beach somewhere, counting our bags of cash.
Can I just share really quick? I remember when you first asked me to host a party, I think it was because you could tell that I wanted some of the, some of the sparkle. And so I think if there's people who have been in the parties that they want the stuff, but they just maybe are hesitant to spend the money, like they might be good candidates to hold a party, because that's how I held a party. Like I really didn't have the money to like spend on myself, but I was able to earn the hostess benefits through my own party.
Right.
So I've been trying to keep that in mind now, when not necessarily just the people that just spent $200, like you were saying, and now they're like, oh shoot, I already spent my money, whatever.
Right.
And so that's kind of what I've been at least taking a leap of faith and asking those people that maybe have been hiding in the background a little bit more.
I love that, Sarah, because how many people do we overlook that spend like $43, right? We're like, oh no, they're one item. It's like a pity order. I call them. They're pity orders. They're hey, I was invited to this party, but I want to be the only one that didn't, spend zero in the party. So I'll pick out something super cheap, $39 pave bar necklace. Those people too, guys, are those people that they want to host parties. But if they're not asked, this is the problem. We're in a party and we thank the host and blah blah blah, and she gets all these rewards for hosting. And if you want a party, let me know. Here's my number. No one's gonna call you. No one's gonna text you. No one's gonna inbox you. They don't care. They're looking for like personality and someone to say, Sherry, thank you so much for that order. I'm so super excited for you. I would love to spoil you and get your whole wish list for free just by doing a virtual sparkle get together. I do all the work, blah, blah, blah. That's it. What do they say? No? Okay, great. Move on. Next person. It's no big deal. But until you get comfortable putting yourself out there, it's just people don't fall in your lap. You got to work for it, right? Let's see. We talked about copy and pasting. I want you guys to be very aware of a business page versus your personal profile in your VIP group. If you do not have a business page, this is where you need to pay attention. Get a business page. Get a business page on Facebook. It takes 2 seconds. It's, key director, Jenna Sheriff, Touchstone Crystal, blah, blah, blah. You put in your information, that's it, and then you link it to your VIP group. The reason why you have to do this is anytime you put a $sign, you talk about a sale, the word sale, you thank you for your order of $50 or something like that, or I'm raffling off a giveaway, a shopping spree of $300, anything like that, guys, it'll be flagged as a sale post. So I'm sure you guys are going back and you're looking in your VIP group and you're going, oh my God, I'm on the marketplace. Like you look like you're posting something for sale. When you edit that and take the sale format off, you're fighting algorithms even further. So if only 5% were going to see your post, now like 1% sees your post because you went against Facebook policies, and Facebook says we are not here to have businesses on social media, but if you do have a business on social media, you need to be operating as a business on social media. So please do yourself a favor and get a business page and link it to your VIP page ASAP. I promise it will save your business in the ways of time by going back and going, oh my God, it's a sale post. Or sometimes, guess what, guys? If you post something like that, sometimes Facebook flags the whole thing and it doesn't post at all. And you would never know unless you went back to look at it. But why should we have to go back to look at it, right? You want to make sure if you post something, it gets there. So please, please, please do yourself a favor and get a business page established. If you need help with that, ask in the group. There are there's links. You can always put in the search bar in Sparkle and Sass business page, and there's a link of exactly how to make it, and then a link of exactly how to take your business page and attach it to your VIP page. Okay, Jamie.
And there's an article in Social Hub that pops up today. If you haven't gone on Social Hub in a few days, if you go on, the very first thing at the top says setting up your business page, and how they're recommending, they walk you through the whys of that. So it's actually on Touchstone Crystal through Social Hub now too.
Thank you. I've been working with home office on business page and attaching it and the importance of it and just kind of educating throughout the company that and they've done a lot of research on it and it's so evident. Like, guys, this business on Facebook is changing so quickly that if you're not changing with it, you're way behind. So please do that. Otherwise, again, we talk about the time that we're putting into our business. It needs to be time that's making you money, not time that you're scrambling, trying to figure out where my post is or why is it like this. If you just make these simple changes, you could save a ton of time and effort. So this is the big, yeah, Sherry, go ahead.
So one thing I've noticed, and I don't know if this is a coincidence, since I did my business page, now when I'm in my VIP group, it will not allow me to look and see, you know, how it shows on the bottom where it says seen by and it tells you how many people have seen it. Now I can't see that anymore. Is that just a coincidence or is that because of the business page?
That's because of the business page. But you can
And
get
I tried clicking that off to show that it was just for my, instead of posting as my business page, but now I can't. I mean, and that didn't seem to make a difference. And I thought, well, maybe I can't do it on my phone. And I tried it on a laptop, it didn't work there. Then I tried my desktop, and didn't work there.
you can
Now I
shift
can't
your
see who's
you
seeing
can
this.
shift your profiles. When you're in your VIP page, you can shift your profiles based
Right.
upon what
And
you're
I
posting.
did, but that didn't make a difference. I still can't see the seen by.
Yeah, I've been having that issue for a long time and I don't see, like, I don't know who's seen it. It'll just tell me how many people have seen it, but I can't
Right.
get any more information.
It's,
I
you
used
know
to be
what?
able to see it.
It's Android, iPhone,
Yeah,
app,
Jamie and I.
desktop.
Yeah.
Jenna and I tried troubleshooting stuff like that today. There are just some things you're just not going to be able to see anymore until you accidentally come across and say, oh, wait, I
Yep.
could see it here. And then you
Yep.
say, what's the difference between where I'm at and where I was? You know, am I on a phone? Am I on a desktop? Am I
Yep.
in a different browser? Because what Jenna was able to do today in her group, I was not able to do in mine. And I tried from my Facebook app. I tried on my phone. I tried from my desktop. I tried
Mhm.
from a browser on my phone.
Right.
And I couldn't get it to work. So there's just some things that are just still changing and we're just not going to be able to troubleshoot all of
But
that.
and that's the difference sometimes between an Android and an iPhone, a desktop to an iPhone. There's differences, but I can tell you, like, what is available to me today may not be there tomorrow. A button might be missing, you know, and there you've got to troubleshoot that. So, but that being said, I will say this a million times over, guys, you have to realize that if you are entirely reliant on your VIP group for your business, that is not going to sustain you ever. It's not going to sustain you because this business is all about opening a party and meeting people and closing a party and taking the people you met and moving into something else. It all begins and ends with a party. These VIP group, it's like a tertiary portion of our business. It's not the basis of our business. Hosting parties and having hostesses and meeting people and bookings, that's the bulk of our business. This VIP group, and this is what Jamie and I talked about today. Your VIP group is set up to be an advertisement of yourself, an advertisement of the services you offer, the pieces that you offer, a representation of this company, and spoiling your customers. That's what it is. It's not the basis for your paycheck. And so if you're reliant upon your VIP group, it's time to make a big change because it's time to go back to basics and booking parties. Okay. And even if you don't know the 5 eyeballs that saw your post, it shouldn't matter because it's an advertisement, right? If someone wants something that you're offering, they're going to answer to it. But it's also something that if you have a big giveaway, you should be reaching out. Hey, Sherry, I've got this huge giveaway in my VIP group. Did you see it? No, I didn't see it. Okay, can I share it with you? Sure. Like, you know, and then you get interaction from your group. So business page to VIP page, really important. So this is the big shift in our business. And be prepared to get your mind blown because it's
Can I
they
say something real
yes,
quick before we go on to that?
absolutely. Go
Um,
ahead.
Sherry, with the whole, 5 people saw it or whatever. So instead of wondering who are those people, let's say you have 50 people in your group and only 5 saw it. Now you know only 10% are seeing. So now you reach out to the people in your group and start interacting with them if you want them to see what you're doing. But I get what Jen, I mean, we're trying to go back to booking parties and not be so obsessed with how many people are seeing it. But it's such a low, it's gonna be a low number.
Right.
So just don't focus or worry about that part so much. Because you're not gonna be able to control that anyway, right? Just knowing who those 5 people were.
Additionally, if you're looking for like feedback and people to get interactive with you, it's like go on there and show a picture of like, your daughter's crazy hair day or hey, look at this meal my husband made me tonight or look what my dog did to my shoe, like stuff like that. When we show them the human side of us, like I don't know, like so when you post on your main page in Facebook and you get like 150 people that commented on your picture because you're with your family and oh, I'm feeling better, I've been sick for X amount of days and blah blah, and you have all these people that are like, saying things. Think about how you can replicate something like that in your VIP group. Again, when you could take yourself out of being a used car salesman, and I hate to say that because it's a bit harsh, but when you could take yourself out of being like, the jewelry peddler, buy this, buy this, buy this, buy this, buy this, buy this, and you can become, Jenna Sheriff, like I'm just fun to talk to kind of person, and people want to go to my page just to see what's going on in this moment. When you can become that person, that's when people pay attention to your business because they care about not only you, they care about your product because they can attach the two together. So when you can get outside of, being the wheeler and dealer and you become just a human person that people want to spend time with, again, put yourself in their shoes, become a consumer and figure out how you would want to get your information and what you would want to get. Okay? This is the crazy part, so bear with me. So, and I'm scratching my head. That's how I've been for the last 2 weeks, I swear. So, I went to Facebook jail and I'm out. I right? Seriously. Like I bonded out. It was like $7 billion or like gray hairs, right? So it was a Friday and I go to open a group for one of my hostesses for the next week. And on Facebook said, hey, funny you're gonna try that, you silly lady. You're in Facebook jail. No more groups for you. And I was like, oh, what am I gonna do? So I contacted my girlfriend who has nothing to do with the business, and I'm like, hey, listen, I need like a huge favor. I need you to just open this group really quick, make me an admin, and then you just like turn your notifications off. She's like, okay. So does that, and that's fine. And then I'm like, okay, this isn't sustainable. I'm in Facebook jail, right? And Facebook's gonna catch up to me and they're gonna be like, hey lady with 768 groups, go away, right? So I met with a social media team the next day because this is my business. This is all I do, guys, right? This is my livelihood. And of course I called Jamie right away and I'm like, oh my God, what am I gonna do? Right? Because she's freaking out because she's doing the same thing. Poor sweetheart just quit like her 20-year teaching job to do this. And I'm telling her I'm in Facebook jail. So just stick with me here. It's more than a story. So I meet with this team and they're like, okay, you're gonna shift your business. You're not in trouble, it's just a shift. And I'm like, okay. So like that night when this happened, I didn't sleep because I'm like, how am I going to fix this? What am I going to do? And I meet with this team and they're like, we're going to get you back on track. And so they're like, tell me about your business. And I said, well, I make groups and I have a VIP group. And they're like, okay, so how do you integrate your groups through your VIP group? And I go, I really don't. I add people from parties. You're lucky to get what, 2, 3, 4 from a virtual party. They like what they've got. They want to stay, attentive to what you've got going on. So they want in your VIP group, or you send a text, hey, thanks for your order via Amy. Are you in my VIP group? You send them the link, right? So let's say you've got 30 people in a party group and you get 3 people in your VIP group from that party group. That's about average, right? Yes? About average? You host 2 parties a month. How many people do you add to your VIP group? 5? 6? So they're like, why do you have a VIP group? And I go, okay, continue. So they said, you are going to start running every single thing that you do through your VIP group. Everything. They said, stop opening groups. Facebook will continue to throw you in jail, and they could completely ban you and turn you completely off if you continue to open groups. I said, great. So they said, you are going to start opening events. You're running your party through events only. So now this is a shift. You're asking your hostesses to invite all of their people via text or Facebook message to the link of your VIP page. Okay? And so if you set up a party for Sherry for next Friday, you're going to set up questions to get into your VIP group. Who is your host? Who invited you? And what is your email address? In parentheses, no, I'm not going to spam you. But this is great. You're going to spam them, kind of. You're going to put them in your database. But you're going to grow your VIP group by 20 something people per party. Kind of amazing, right? So all of a sudden, yeah, Sherry's like, ah. So Annie, my questions are, who is your party host? And then one of them, I think the other one's like, if you're not here for a party, who invited you? And the last question is, what is your email address? And in parentheses, no, I will not spam you. People will join your group without answering the questions. I just work with my host on a cell phone and I text her saying, hey, Jamie, do you know this person? Hey, Jamie, do you know this person? And I like to keep a nice list in my, 1987 binder. Yep, Jamie, right? Of all your parties and who's joined your group. Because then you personally need to take those people and add them into the event. Because they're not going to join the event because you've already confused them. Okay? This is the only hard part. The hard part is your host getting them to join your group. Because they're going to say, hey, I'm hosting a party through this, girls, but you've got to join her group. And then they're going to go, why the hell am I here? You're going to add them into the event right away. I know it's confusing. But if you don't add them into the event, they're never going to see it. Okay? Questions? Because there's
Okay,
a lot more. There's a lot
so-
more to this. Go ahead, James.
I add them and they still don't accept. So I haven't had anyone answer the questions at all because my hostess goes into my group, hits the invite button and invites them all. And I immediately get the request and I approve them all.
Right.
So then they just come in. So if you just hover over your new people, it'll say who your mutual friend is and your hostess's name will show up and you're good. You just write their
And
name
then
down.
Sarah just said like she can't get them from invited to attending. Sarah, you are going to manually mark them going.
Okay.
Manually mark them going.
I
You're
mean, I
able
think they can still preview and they can
They
still
can.
see everything.
they can.
Okay.
Just move
Yeah,
them all to going.
And some of
And I
them
have
moved-
like 100 people invited to the group that I don't know if Facebook is just like, that's too many at a time or something.
I would add like 10 at a time. Do it like over a
Okay.
couple hours.
So I went back today and did a reminder for like 10 and I'll do tomorrow another reminder for like 10 more
Mm-hmm.
to see if that helps.
Yeah. But okay, so
Okay.
now think about this, guys. We're all worried about our VIP groups, right? No one's seeing our stuff. What if you're adding 20 people a week to your VIP group? This is huge. This is huge stuff. You can have a VIP group by the end of the year that has 1,000 people in it or more. It depends on how you're partying, who's inviting, whatever. But get them in there, work with your host. Hey, Sherry, you know this person, right? I'm going to add them to your party. You just have to keep a couple notes and know who's where. Don't add single people. Add them in clumps. So don't just, oh, someone wants to join. Oh, someone wants to join. Don't do that because it's too hard. It's a waste of time. Do them in clumps. Okay. And then you do a welcome post. Hey, ladies, welcome to the group. Facebook gives you the welcome post. If you just go on your desktop, go into members, it's going to say you've got 37 new members this week. Welcome them. Okay. And then you welcome everyone. This is my VIP group. If you're here for Jamie's party, here is the event link. I still have added them, but you just want to make them feel like they're happy in their home. Talk about your VIP group and move on. And in your event, you're posting just like you would in a group. It's all the same stuff. The greatest part is it's in sequential order, which is awesome. And so you can pin a post at the top, which is your direct ordering link for Sherry's party or whatever you want to do. Thank people as they come. You could tag people in there. Jamie can't right now, but she's found a way around it. You could tag people in there. It's great. I'm telling you, it's great. And I'm not saying this. This is not coming from a place of arrogance. This was my first party I just did. I was worried about this, and I just closed it today for $2,300. One party. Okay. I was not pulling teeth. It ran super smooth, just like a normal party. Tons of interaction, tons of back and forth. People are super excited. Everyone's seeing my posts. In and out. Done. Didn't have to extend it, didn't have to do a lot of reminders. And here's the best part. Now wait for it. When you go live in an event, it goes into your VIP group. Every single person in your VIP group sees it. So if you are just there for Jamie's party and you're in my VIP group, everyone else in my VIP group can see Jamie's party and they're going to go, oh, so this is how a party runs. I want to host. Okay. So I'm going to go live in my event tomorrow. I'm going to thank everyone for attending. I'm going to tell them that my host just got $1,300 in free jewelry for doing nothing. And I'm just branding myself more for the product and the customer service that I offer, right? So it's just a shift. Does this make sense?
I'm
Sherry, bring it.
confused.
What?
So,
Okay.
Yeah.
So you create an event
Yep.
and but it's also in your VIP group.
So listen, your event that you're setting up is in your VIP group. So if
So
you
go
go
to your VIP
go
group
into
and
your
hit events.
VIP group and you go at the top and you click on events. Do you have an iPhone? This says
I have an
events right
Android.
here. Just like in Sparkle and Sass. See, this says events right there.
Okay, I see it.
Set up an event. And it's going to ask you, are you going Facebook Live? Yes, I'm going Facebook Live. Thank you. Easy peasy. Okay, so
So
go ahead.
what do you mean then when you're going to go live or add people, you add them in the event? You said you add them in the VIP. I'm so confused now.
So we can do a tutorial on this because it's a lot of information. And Jamie and I have been troubleshooting this for like 2 weeks now. And I think we're both very well versed in it. We both have had parties already. Here's the next thing, guys. You can have multiple hosts in the same event. I know Sherry's like, I have no idea what you're talking about. I will fill you in. So just hang tight.
well,
I've seen
you're
Jamie
in
do it
my,
in her group,
yes, you're in my
but
group. So
I
you've seen it.
totally didn't understand what you were doing. I was like, whoa,
It's
what?
easy.
I didn't understand.
It's
Just go
easy.
look in that event that I have set up.
It's easy. So, and I say that and you're probably like, Jenna, stop. You're confusing me. But once you can grasp it and see it, it's easy. So Annie, Sarah, and Jamie can all have a party on a Friday, and I'm going to go live on Friday at, 7 o'clock, and Annie's going to be there, and Sarah's going to be there, and Jamie's going to be there, and all their friends are going to be there. And guess what? I go live once for 3 parties. Can you imagine? Speaks to our whole like work smarter, not harder thing. What if you did like a battle of the hostesses? Hey, Annie, Sarah, and Jamie, whoever can get to $1,000 first gets X, or what? Like, you make it fun, right? Whatever. It opens so many different avenues to parties and building your VIP group. And this, when I talk to these people, they're like, your VIP group is kind of safe. You've created it, it's established, it's not new. It's the problem is when we create these groups and we start tagging people, Facebook looks at you like you're just a big spammer because you just did that last week, right? And you did it the week before, and you did it last month 8 times, and you did it the month before that 12 times. And then all of a sudden, Facebook is like, hey, land the plane, lady, land the plane. Like, you can't do this anymore. You're going to be kicked out of here. So you're safe in your VIP group. And what are we trying to do in our VIP group? We're trying to brand ourselves, talk about Touchstone Crystal, offer promotions, and just this speaks to everything that Jamie's talking about right now. It's all about branding your business. You, as a Touchstone Crystal consultant, have your own branded business. And everyone can do all of their stuff in the same place. So you're not sending someone here, asking them to come here, join this. The virtual footprint that we're sending people on, this rat race, is silly. And after this couple told me that, I was like, this is genius, because we talk about what's one of the biggest things that people talk about all over the Touchstone Crystal family page. I have no traction on my VIP group. I can't get anyone to join. No one's commenting. No one's doing this. Well, if you're making it fun and you're having parties and you're going live and you're doing all these things, you're growing your group like crazy. You're adding 28 people to your group in one fell swoop. 28 people would take me two months, right? It's not difficult. Sherry, Jamie and I will get together and we will put together a how-to list and like a troubleshooting. If this happens, do this. If this happens, do that. I'm happy to show that. I don't know if we can't video
And
it.
the other thing, Sherry, though, is because of all the different formats and stuff, sometimes you just have to try different things, right? Like
Right.
how you said, well, I tried this and I tried that. That's exactly what you should be doing,
Mhm.
because we are not going to be able to come up with a troubleshooting guide for every little thing. So you just try it. You
Right.
just create an event, you put the picture in, you put the description, and then, and you see how it goes, right? And that's like what I teach my students, what I taught my students for the last 20 years, right? Problem solving and just trying different things to see what works. Like this morning, when I was having issues with the tagging, I tried this, then I tried this, then I tried this, and we'll help you as much as we can.
Jamie and I were on the phone back and forth. When this went down, she's like, I'm gonna work on this part of it, and then I'm gonna report back to you. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna work on this part of it, and I'll report back. But we've come up with a good system that we've got ways around a lot of stuff. But it's like Jamie said, unless I can't tell you like point by point, do this first, and then this, and then this, and then you're off to the races. Because guess what, guys? It's Facebook, and crap is going to change every single minute. But we've got it where it's very simple. And when I talked to this couple, they said it is a kind of a fail safe because your VIP group is something that you set up and it's established. Okay.
Annie, I saw your question. So mine is called Girls Night In with Jen G, Amber H, and Kathy H. And then I can't put the picture of, but I just created on Canva like a girls' night in sparkle party, and then I put their pictures.
You guys chat for 1 second. I've got to run right outside my office to see my daughter. Hang on.
I'll just share my screen and show you what I'm talking about then. There, can you see it over here? Girls' Night In. Okay, so Girls' Night In with Gen G. So I started posting on the 6th, but I'm going live on the 10th. So see, I have the dates spread apart because it was confusing for people. So then here's the description, and then see, I have 3 different shopping links for my 3 hostesses. And then this is where I can see all of the guests. And if you're not sure who the guest is there for, you just hover over their name and it says one mutual friend, Kathy Marie. Well, that's one of my hostesses. So then I wrote her name down under Kathy. And then like these people that can't go, they're still going to see all the notifications and everything. Anybody that's in here is going to see when you post. And then down here, this is my pinned post. I did this today, just a don't forget. And this is how I got around the tagging thing was I actually had, I'm not going to go into it, but that happened. And then just all the rest of what I normally post in a party is here. My thank you posts. And then what's nice is see how here it says live video. So when I'm ready to go live, I'll click this button and it will stream live in the event, but also in my group, which is what she was saying before. So let's see. This was the one that got like the most interaction in like the last month. 34 comments. I have over 500 people in my group. So you see what I mean, Sherry? Like it's still low. But anything with pets, my people are like all about it, posting pictures of their pets. Here, okay, so like this is what it looked like, but I was actually in an event when I went live, but it showed up out here also. So all the people in my VIP group could watch my video at the same time as everybody in the event. Does that make sense now? That it's there too. And the other thing that I did, which is different, is I finally went to media and I added albums of jewelry. So I did one of all the ice bracelets, the new bracelets, new earrings, and new necklaces for albums. And so when I created those also showed up here. So where you saw, I was just saying, Jenna, did you hear me? The one with the dogs, that's the one that got the most interaction in like 2 months of posting. If your pet was on a dating site, what photo would they use?
I love it. You know, and that being said, that was another thing that this couple said to me. Utilize what's available for you in your group. And think of Sparkle and Sass. We have all the guides, right? Well, you could put guides on all of the YouTube videos that we have for Touchstone. It's all the stuff that we talk about. Oh my God, there's a Chanel YouTube video. You've got to see this. There's 26 ways to wear Chanel. You can house all your videos there. You can put all the new pieces, like Jamie said there. You could put Annie does all of her videos with her light box that I see that's right next to her. These are like really good ways of taking your business from this benign, monotonous VIP page and take it up notches, right? Notches. And so here's another thing that Jamie and I talked about, because when you go live in your event, it takes you from the event in this little sacred area of 20 people or however many people are in there. And the live goes on your regular VIP page. It
I
goes
just showed them that
in your
I
feed,
showed
right?
them where it showed up. Yeah.
Here's the great part is even if Annie wasn't invited to that party, she can comment in there. And so all of a sudden, Sherry, you're worried about eyeballs. All of a sudden you'll see like 25 people viewing your live. This is where we're going to start branching out from this closed off party group somewhere in Facebook land that no one knows about. And all of a sudden people are going to see it. And so I'm going to try and personally work on maybe every party talking about like some current trends, right? So my VIP group isn't seeing the same party presentation. Maybe today I'm going to talk all about Lulus and earrings, and I'm going to show a couple other things, but you know, that's what I'm going to focus on. And maybe next week I'm going to talk about the wide world of Chanel's or something like that, right? Let's just change the business up a certain way and make it fun. Again, take yourself out of owning your VIP page and become a consumer. Okay? So is this like a little crazy? Last but not least, I want you guys to, as hard as it may be, silence yourself from any political posts or COVID posts, please. I'm not saying this because I care. I'm saying this because I care about you and I care about your business. People are so animated, whatever side you're on, I don't care. I don't care. It's like when when I say something about Oprah and ice bracelets, and people are like, "I don't like Oprah." I'm like, I don't care. Just like I don't care about your religion, I don't care about your politics, and I don't care how you feel about coronavirus, right? I don't care. I'm just telling you fact. Really think hard about what you're posting. You have a social footprint, whether it's on Instagram, whether it's on Facebook, wherever it is, you have a footprint. Okay. I would love to sing my song about my views on everything, but my business would be in the toilet. Okay. You have a lot of people that are very passionate about whatever they believe in. Let them believe in it and continue to just be a sparkle dealer. Okay. Last but not least, I challenge all of you to go live in your groups, post selfies, start changing up your business. Go from setting up groups to setting up events. Start something new. It's a new catalog. Get people excited. Now is the best time to revamp your business. So please reach out to any of your uplines, whether it's your direct upline, whether it's your upline's upline, whoever you need to. We're here to help. Post in the group. I'm so grateful for all of you for attending this. I hope you got something out of it. Jamie and I were like, no, really, we have great information. So I appreciate you guys taking time for us. It's the commitment that's going to take you from where you're at to where you want to be. Any last questions before we hang up?
Well, tomorrow we have a couple Q&A sessions.
Yep.
Right. So at noon, you can join Jenna, noon Central Time here on this Zoom, and then or both, you can join me at 7 o'clock Central Time tomorrow night. And we'll post the Zoom information for both of those. Anything goes. Bring your questions, bring your concerns, anything you want to brainstorm, because there's usually more than a few people, and it's good to get everybody kind of sharing ideas, have more voices. So come to one of those if you can.
Anything else?
That's it. I'm scared about the events, but I'm
Denny, I got you. Seriously, don't be scared. It's like if you could create a group, if you can create a group, it's like if you could dodge a ball, you could dodge a wrench.
I'm like, this is crazy. I'm doing it.
Annetta, it's noon Central Time. Where do you live, Annetta?
Waiting in
I don't
chat.
remember.
Oh,
North Carolina. Okay.
Eastern.
Yeah. So Eastern, yeah.
I'm telling you, Denya, it is, it's just, if you can create a group, you can create an event. I feel like it's easier.
Oh, yeah. I was just always the dog. I never, like when you said that, and then I'm listening, I'm like, oh my gosh.
Right.
Yeah, I saw Denya's face, and I typed to her. I'm like, I just saw your face. Are you okay?
It's mind-boggling. It's mind-boggling, but when you do your first one and you kind of look at it, like you set it up and you set it free, you're like, oh my God, like that's super easy. I'm here. The hardest part is getting people. It's the way that I have talked to my hosts is
That's
Facebook.
what I can get. I'll rewatch this. I'm like, you do what? And I was still like, I was like, how does this work?
When I talk to my hosts, I'm like, I'm partying differently. And it's because Facebook is so difficult to deal with. I've had two of my hostesses mid-party go into jail and they can't comment on anything. So imagine when your host can't say anything to her friends, she can't thank them, she can't tag them, she can't do anything. This is the way around it. And so I've talked to my hosts and I'm like, listen, it's different than what you've seen or heard or what you attended. I'm doing this for your benefit. A lot more people are going to see it. It's in a like better closed environment rather than like in the middle of like Facebook world, God only knows what. So even though we make it private, it doesn't matter. So, and then you keep opening groups. Facebook is like, you need to just get shut down, and you can get shut down without warning. And then all of a sudden there's spam written all over you and you didn't even realize it. So, this just keeps you out of that.
One last tip.
But wait, there's more.
Wait, sorry. No. It's a good tip. It's a good tip, I promise. So Facebook doesn't like when you are referring people off of Facebook using website links. So in your post, I'm gonna start changing this because I learned this through the Better Club, and then also someone in our group had posted about it. Instead of saying shopping link here, I'm just gonna say shopping link in the comments.
Yep.
And then put it in the comments, because if Facebook detects that you're trying to send someone off of Facebook to a website, they're automatically going to not let as many people see it.
Sherry,
Yeah,
wow.
I know.
Yeah.
But you know what? That's probably happened the entire time and we just didn't know it.
Right.
But now
Right.
that someone's told me, that is an easy switch. Shopping link in the comments. That's it.
Right.
And then you just put it in the comment.
Okay. I know it's a lot, but I'm telling you, like, dive in, make your mistakes, figure things out, set up a test event, and just invite yourself, or you can invite me, invite Jamie, invite your upline, whatever, just to test it out so they could see it. It's not difficult, I promise. It's just a different way. Remember when you started, you didn't know what a VIP group was. You didn't know how to set up a group. This is a lot easier and it's confined in the same area. I have ink all over me, sorry.
And
We
just
will-
come to the Q&As. Come to
Yeah.
the Q&As and ask your questions.
We will talk then. But I know this went over a little, but I appreciate everything. I know this is going to be great for your business. Just shift. That's all we have to do. Just shift. We've got to stay ahead of all of this, okay? Thank you all for spending time with us tonight. And like Jamie said, we'll see you tomorrow. Okay? Thank you guys.